Hello, Alex.
Hello.
How's it going?
It's going wonderful. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Didn't get much sleep last night, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, you saw it last night, I take
Yes,
it?
I did.
Yeah, it happens. You won't get sleep for a good few months, I think, at
Exactly.
this point.
First off, how would you describe Lights Out in 5 words?
Very, 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 very frightening.
I would agree with that, 100%.
Complicated,
Yeah.
terrifying, turns, twists, dark.
Mortifying. Oh wait, what nightmares are made of? There we go.
So
That's
true.
my
So true. How frightening is it to actually film Lights Out, a film like Lights Out? Because I imagine it would be pretty terrifying.
It was, well, the best thing about shooting this film is we didn't use green screens, we didn't use CGI. We had an actual actress in this outfit in front of us every time we had a scary scene, so it was more frightening than you could ever imagine. You didn't get over it as like the time went on. Every time you saw this woman in this scaly black outfit, it was scary every time.
Amazing. So the reactions were pretty true to
They're
life.
pretty genuine.
It is not, filming a horror movie is like filming a romantic comedy. Because you look around and there's 50 people around you showing pictures of their kids looking on Instagram and doing their great jobs, and everyone's talking, and then they call action, and then they have to stop because they have to put a light somewhere, so it's kind of not scary when you're there.
Meanwhile, there's Diana next to you with her
Yeah, the only time I was scared was I went to the bathroom and she was coming out, and I was like,
Jesus
oh,
Christ.
I didn't find it as scary filming it because, you know, there's a boom guy and there's a crew watching you, but I definitely had to get in a zone where I had to stay in that zone. And so for me, it was about triggering memories of childhood fears. And so I was afraid of the dark. So I was constantly thinking about these reoccurring nightmares I used to have when I was younger, and it would get me into this really intense zone. But for me, the most shocking thing was when I watched the movie, I wasn't expecting to have the reaction that I had because I thought that I'd be fine.
I mean, you've been through it all.
I know, and also it's my head on the screen.
Yeah.
But it's like, I thought I would be really, oh God, I don't like that. I'm criticizing myself. But I was absolutely terrified. The whole time I was like this, I had a scarf up over my head.
Exactly the same. And I'm never usually like that in horror films either, but this one...
I'm not either. Sometimes I'm like, I'm not sure, but this one I literally had a physical reaction, and people were yelling at the screen behind me.
And who do you think of the main characters would actually survive the force of Diana in real life?
Rebecca's pretty tough. She's a pretty tough exterior, pretty tough. Well, she softens up a little bit, but I feel like she's the most resourceful of the batch, you know?
I think the first one to survive would be Gabriel.
Yeah.
He's not like a little kid, he's like a man. He would just stare and be like, what's up? How you doing?
Probably Alexander DePerge's character, like the boyfriend. He would like be so endearing to the ghost that she like wouldn't be intimidated by him at all, and she was like, oh, I'll let this one pass.
I would like you to maybe down the camera issue a heartfelt apology to anybody who has been to see Lights Out once it's out. Because they're, like you say, they're not going to sleep for.
I'm sorry.
You
know what it's going to do? It's going to play on the fears that you've had for a long time.
Well, I apologize for your electricity bills because they're going to be sky high.
That's so true. That's so true. Bad effect on the environment as well.
I know. Sorry.
Alex, I'm going to give you now some situations. You have to tell me how you would deal with them in real life. These are terrifying situations. Say you're trapped in a room with 1,000 spiders. How do you deal with this situation?
I have no idea. I hate spiders.
Do you?
I have no... 1,000? How big is the room? Is there space?
There's no space at all. It's the smallest room you can imagine.
I guess I'd just start flailing wildly.
If it was a room full of snakes, that would be creepier to me. A room full of spiders, I don't know. It would be freaky, but I would just try to kill them all. Snakes, it would be hard to kill them all. That would freak me out. And I'm not even, I used to be terrified of snakes. Now I'm not.
Not so much.
But ooh.
How about if you were trapped in an elevator with Diana? What would you say to her to try and calm her down slightly? She's very angry.
I would press all the buttons on the elevator so they all lit up, and I figure I would be able to escape.
Good thinking. That got such a good reaction at the screening yesterday. Everybody was loving that.
Yeah.
The car headlights.
Amazing, no?
Amazing, so funny.
I would try and faint. I would try to knock myself out so I didn't have to be around her. I wonder if she can attack you, and I assume she can. Oh, well, you know what? I would just try and turn the lights on. Because she can't be in the elevator if the lights are off.
That's a good, true.
Oh, she can't be there, so.
Press all the buttons, at least that's some light, isn't it?
I know, I'd be like pressing the call button, like.
Final question. If you had to give everyone the hard sell and persuade people to go see Lights Out, how would you do that?
It's entirely different than any horror movie you've ever seen in your life. It's you're gonna care about the characters, you're gonna relate to the characters, and you're gonna get the crap scared out of you whenever you don't expect it.
It's genuinely the scariest film I've ever seen, I think. That's no word of a lie.
Amazing.
I would say you're walking in the woods on a beautiful day, la 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 la. You hear a twig snap behind you and you're like, huh, what's that? And then all of a sudden you hear this twig and that twig and that twig, and you're walking around for an hour and a half going like, holy shit, and you start running and you have no idea who's chasing you.
I think it's the most terrifying film that I've seen, and that's coming from someone who's in the movie.
Very much in it.
So I think, I mean, that sort of says it for itself. It is mortifyingly scary. And it will stay with you and it will get under your skin and it will be so affected by it. That, like, what a beautiful way, like, to have escapism from everyday world.
Exactly.